Hi, and welcome to WhitneyandWyatt.com. I'm Whitney.
And I'm Wyatt.
We're here because it's Halloween. That's when we're showing this film.
Yep.
This TV show, webisode, whatever it is.
Episode, whatever you want to call it. Yes, and because it's Halloween, we went to interview a couple of people, Russ and Sandy, who are the co-founders of Fog Paranormal Connection. Now, what they do is that they're paranormal investigators.
Yes, they are, and I don't know what that is. I've never met anyone who's a paranormal investigator before, but there are a lot of people who call them for help, who may have a haunted home or be experiencing some paranormal activity. And so I just want to find out what that's all about and see if there's any truth to it. How do they use their equipment? Get the scoop on being sort of a ghost investigator.
Yeah, me too. So let's find out. So what does it mean to be a paranormal investigator?
It means that we try to help people that call us that are experiencing unusual activity in their home. We go in and we set up all kinds of equipment and try to capture evidence of a haunting.
Baseline readings.
Yeah.
We want to get the average temperature of the room. We want to get the average EMF readings, which is electromagnetic fields, and we want to get a general feel. We prefer to go into a situation cold, as it were. We don't want any information on the building whatsoever, its history, claims of hauntings or anything. We don't want to know this, so that when we go in, we can get locked into the situation, and when we connect to what's going on, we can verify it with the homeowner or with whoever it might be, the administrator.
The way you verify that information is that you're psychic and you have an ability to, I don't know what you would call it, talk to or feel the presence of spirits.
Well, the way that I get things is that I get images. They kind of come in flashes, different images, and you kind of have to try and put them together.
Okay.
It's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle.
She gets more of the traumatic side of it,
I see the blood
death scene, the blood and stuff like that, where I'm very fortunate in that area. I don't get that. I get the dates. I get
names.
I see the famous people.
So what does it mean when you say you get an impression of a spirit or a ghost?
In my case, I get the image of the person, maybe possibly the image of how they die, the pain from how they die.
How do you handle that kind of pain, whether it's physical pain or you're seeing very traumatic, horrific scenes in your mind?
I guess because I've seen it all my life, I've just gotten used to, it's not the prettiest thing, you know. Well, I did have an exciting night at the Dumas not too long ago because we went there and I was able to pick up on activities that was going on.
Sexual
In
activities.
the brothel.
We actually caught the bed squeaking. We got an EVP of that. Yeah.
Sounds like you guys have a lot of fun on these investigations, even though I assume they're serious. Someone is seriously calling you who's hearing a noise, or, you know, who are these people that are calling you?
We get people that we're not sure, is it up here or is it actually happening?
You can explain a lot of phenomena away by natural causes, like say they're hearing footsteps or something. Mm-hmm. Well, if you go below, say if they have a basement, then you go below and you find old pipes that are rattling around,
right.
They're going to hear noises, obviously.
Right, so that speaks to something that, you know, I'm kind of part of me is a skeptic and part of me is a believer. And the skeptical part of me thinks, well, yeah, a lot of it can be people kind of imagining things, and then they tell somebody, you know, they're in a dark, like you said, a dark basement, they're imagining they hear something, and then the person next to them, right, I mean, naturally, your imagination can totally run away with you. So it's interesting to hear that you're saying most of what you investigate is either explainable or is explainable in some fashion.
There's a theory that EMF fields, if they're too high, can cause a certain amount of
Infrasound.
Yes, well, it's called infrasound. Yeah, exactly. It can cause people to feel that somebody's watching them. They can be nauseated. They can even get skin rashes. They can get just a list of things.
Physical manifestations.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely, because of this high EMF field, if you're surrounded by it.
And that has nothing to do with paranormal
It has
activity.
to do with,
is that what you're referring to?
So like a junction box for a fuse box, big one.
Oh,
like
I
for
see.
In a building, like a
power,
business or something. If it's not wired right, the EMF would leak.
So it's definitely that's a physical thing. It affects you. Now we've gotten EMF readings when we've had no power at all. Period.
And that's paranormal.
That's
right?
paranormal because we've had it in midair. You can't explain it. That's the first thing. If we get these cold spots, we get these EMF readings. We look for the first physical source of power. We're going, where is this located at?
So you're very scientific in your approach to how you
we
do
try to
the
be.
investigations.